Call the meeting to order. Please call the roll.
Avon.
Here.
Caledonia.
Here.
Canisius.
Here.
Geneseo.
Here.
Groveland.
Here.
Lester.
Here.
Lima.
Here.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Here.
Nunde.
Here.
Ashen.
Here.
Portage.
Here.
Sparta.
Here.
Springwater. West Sparta. York.
Here. I'd like to ask your supervisor, Gerald Deming, to please lead us in the pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have the minutes of the last regular board meeting, the 12th of April, for your consideration. Is there anybody have any changes or modifications they care to bring forward? Hearing none, I'd look for a motion and a second, please.
Move Schuster.
I get Lester.
Thank you. A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None, they're carried. We have a few communications, please, Michelle.
The next conversation with the county will be held on Tuesday, May 9th, 2023 at 6 p.m. at the Ashen Town Hall, 4706 Ashen Hill Road, Dansville. Receipt of acknowledgement letter from NISAC Executive Director Stephen Aquario for resolution number 2023-132. Notice of public hearing received from the town of Naples.
Thank you. Next, we have the abstract of claims.
Mr. Chairman, I move this abstract of claims and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any questions on this abstract of claims? Hearing none, I'll roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta. York.
Aye.
Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted.
Next, this afternoon, we have privilege of the floor requested.
Chairman, I request privileges of the floor for Heather Ferrero, Deputy Planning Director, for the Earth Day Award presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Deming. Certainly welcome everyone up to the podium and give this presentation on the Earth Day Awards, and certainly want to welcome past Chairman Ray Case.
Thank you and good afternoon. It's with great pleasure the Planning Department to join the Board of Supervisors and the Environmental Management Council in presenting the 2023 Earth Day Award. Earth Day aims to inspire awareness of and appreciation for the Earth's environment. More than 1 billion people now participate in Earth Day activities, making it the largest civic observance in the world. This marks the 25th year partnering with the EMC in presenting this award. So it is my privilege and honor to turn the podium over to Environmental Management Council member and former chairman, Ray Case.
Thank you, Heather.
In 1979, the Board of Supervisors created the Livingston County Environmental Management Council. Its charge is to work cooperatively with the Board of Supervisors, local municipalities, and citizens of the county on the protection, preservation, development, and use of the county's natural resources, of which there are many. The council currently consists of 10 volunteer representatives, 3 broad constituencies: agriculture, general citizens, and industry and commerce. And on your desk is a letter that we put together. We're recruiting 4 members. Part today in organizations sometimes to get people to volunteer to participate in these kinds of organizations. So any help we can get from you all will be greatly appreciated. The EMC completed their annual report, and up as I'm speaking, we have a slideshow running about one of the major activities that's done here in the county, which is the Earth Day cleanup. So those slides will be showing as I speak. The EMC completed their 2022 annual report, and it's been provided electronically, and I understand you may have a hard copy I'd like to include providing review and comment on the class action council draft scoping plan, offering educational tours at Westwood Park, Westwood Park, and Geneseo Valley Conservancy Indian Forest Nature Preserve, which is just down the road over there, but I didn't even know it existed until that event occurred, which is a great place to visit. Supporting the Livingston County Cleanup Day, again, the slide we're trying up there in the presentation, and awarding the 24th Annual EMC Earth Day Award. Also, a copy of the EMC membership letter, which I mentioned, is on the right. And you can make that available electronically if anyone wants to. This year, the EMC recognized the 53rd anniversary of Earth Day, a global event celebrated annually on April 22nd, and aimed at inspiring awareness and protection and appreciation of the Earth's environment. On the first Earth Day in 1970, an estimated 22 billion Americans celebrated clean air, land, and water. Today, more than a billion people worldwide participate in Earth Day activities, making it one of the largest civil observances in the world. And one of the things I think about when I think about the Earth is I kind of harken back to a picture I saw that Buzz Aldrin took from the moon. You can see the moon in the foreground and this globe in the background. And that's our Earth. And it's only what we got. So celebrating the Earth on Earth Day is important, and doing our best to take care of that only place we have to live right now. In support of Earth Day, EMC established the annual Livingston County Earth Day Award. The award is intended to recognize individuals, businesses, agencies, and organizations for outstanding achievements in preserving and improving the Livingston County environment, or educating others about the Livingston County's environment. Today, we are celebrating the 25th anniversary of the EMC Earth Day. Laurel Nelson, who is here with me, and my cast of directors of Logan, and I had to ask him how to pronounce it, but I didn't know it wrong all along. Landon are here with us at the podium. So just a few words about the organization. For 10 years, Logan Landing has provided a year-long residential program for youth, young adults, and students, focusing on activities with nature, building community, hands-on experiences, and personal reflection. I wish I'd known about this from a grandson. A gap year program that allows youth to explore, learn, and build their skills as they determine their next steps after high school. This immersive program allows the students to experience living in balance with nature and to connect with the world through outdoor activities and community involvement. Multicultural intergeneration program that has enabled numerous mentors from local communities, business, and schools to share their talents. And I think it's a good way of youth learning from people who have experience and have experienced life and learn from life to feed that back to these kids. It's been a wonderful experience for them. Logan Landing opened its doors to the community, hosting monthly meals, presentations, and mentors to provide these real-life connections for the students and other environmentally active members of the community. Participants are encouraged to support others and to give to the community by assisting with home repairs, working with Habitat for Humanity projects and other projects in the county. Students are fully engaged from problem solving through creation of a product that they can be proud of. As what, I'll get it right here. Logan Landing's Gap Year program, working exclusively with young adults, is sunsetting. The youth program is being phased out. The board and staff are hard at work working on creating the next phase, respite and restoration at Logan. And their new work will focus on providing a custom using many of the same practices in their work with young adults. One of their alumni, John Murphy, of course, he is a past student and a member of the board. Students log in and live on site in a close-knit micro community where sustainable practices and reverence for the natural world are key values. Environmental education is the connective tissue between all that the organization has to offer. The EMC, as I'm representing here today, commends Logan Landry for their impressive work on behalf of Livingston County. Their achievements have contributed to the protection and conservation of Livingston County's natural resources and the quality of life for our residents. We are pleased to select them as the recipient of the Earth Day Award for 2023. And we thank them for their efforts. We invite Chairman in favor of to present the award.
Oh, this is tremendous, tremendous accomplishment, and we're always annually sure we recognize this is the board of supervisors. So congratulations, and thank you for all that you do.
You like to say a few words?
If we have the
Sure.
time and space, that'd be great. Rock's gonna go first. And I want to introduce one of our former students, Natalie Mars, here with us today as well. Grateful for her presence as well.
Yeah, so one of the kind of core questions we ask ourselves regularly at Logan Landing is, what is it that brings us alive? And so often the answer to that is something that we've done that day that has involved us just being out in this beautiful world. You know, Wendell Berry, I'm going to get this quote wrong, but I think he says, it's hard to love a place that we don't know. And I think one of the practices that we would both encourage amongst ourselves and being here today, you know, what is something that you can enter into to get to know this beautiful area, you know, Western Finger Lakes? What are some practices? What are some routines that can be established that really allow us to enter into the gift of what we have here? You know, we travel a lot. I'm a big skier. I spent 35 days out in Canada and Colorado skiing this year, but there's no place I'd rather be than Livingston County. It's got everything. So I guess my hope today as a recipient of this award would be just to really encourage, you know, each individual in here in their own way to practice getting out and experiencing the earth as we know it in Livingston County. Some of the ways Logan Landing does that are we're faithful cross-country skiers. We do maple syrup. We love to ride our bikes. Oftentimes we see more Amish on the road than we do cars. But there's so much available. I've worked for a few different people in here, and I know their properties are gorgeous. We don't have to go to ski out in Canada to discover the beauty of what this earth has to offer in Livingston County. So that's my little pep talk today.
And in that, I also want to say thank you and invite you to please, our website should be having some information about how you can sign up and come stay with us. We hope to start hosting people this fall. It's www.loganlanding.org. But also I wanted to just say briefly that one of the most important things that we would do with students at the beginning of the year is we would take them to Ganonigan, which if you haven't ever been there, Ganonigan and Victor, is just an amazing state-of-the-art Seneca Art and Culture Center that tells the story of the Haudenosaunee people, who are still our neighbors right around us. And as we accept this award, we want to acknowledge that we are all standing on an unceded piece of land, with it all unceded land of the Haudenosaunee people, specifically the Seneca. And a log of landing also exists on this land. And we believe that it is the land that should receive the Earth Day Award, that she has shown us all the gift of community and connection and reverence. And may we continue to seek guidance from the elders and land keepers that have been nurturing the biodiversity of this region for countless generations. And what you might be familiar with Robin Wall Kimmerer, a mother and a scientist, a professor, and a member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation. She's also author of Gathering Moss and Braiding Wheatgrass, and she teaches in Syracuse at Sweeney College of Environmental Studies and Forestry. Her writing is a regular read at Log and Landing, and she has opened our eyes to the many ways that the land is begging to teach us if we would only listen. Brock and I and our board seek to steward 60 acres within the town of Sparta with a spirit of curiosity and listening. We hope to invite all of our future guests to listen for the ways a reciprocal relationship with nature might be key to healing in their lives on a micro level and the survival of our species on a macro level. So as we accept this Earth Day Award, we also feel called to challenge our county's citizens and leaders to take every opportunity we can to learn and remember the true story of the humans inhabiting our land for centuries before Europeans came. And what would it look like to learn more about Haudenosaunee culture and meet some of the people working to preserve their tradition? Might we consider actions to change what we teach our children about the Sullivan Campaign and also the historical markers depicting the self-defense of the Seneca people as the Sullivan Campaign burned their villages and laid waste to their crops and their food supply? It is in learning the ways of nature that our species will survive, and the indigenous people who survived the past have much to teach us. So we welcome you to come and rest and restore and learn alongside us. And please look us up and come visit. We thank you so much for this award and for this opportunity.
Next, we have some resolutions that are going to require a separate roll call vote.
Hang on. Mr. Knapp, amending the 2023 Livingston County budget. Central services, there are two, Department of Health and Sheriff's Office.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Is there any questions or discussions on these budget amendments? Hearing none, roll please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen. Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted. Authorizing annual capital project accounts increases for 2023.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Is there any questions or discussion on this resolution? Yes, Mr. Davis.
How are we coming, and this is probably for Ian, the Stockton funds down there?
The Alred Park?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have stocked them previously. I know they are ready to take on the fishermen for the, and fisherwomen, fisher people, for the upcoming Alred's Family Fest. So there are fish in there. You know, sometimes you have trouble catching them yourself, so maybe there'll be some people over there that can help you out a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But Phil, anything on the regular stockpile program?
Yeah, we started that a couple of years ago. We started on the reduce grass carp. We're now to 20 grass carp in it. Last year before Family Fest, we restocked again with more. And we actually did some electronic tagging of the fish, so they were caught. We can do the tagging and check the It is on part of the regular yearly pond maintenance, and we have a contract with Smith to do each year.
Good.
Is there any other
I got-
questions or discussion?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I gotta say that was, way back when, Ivan's idea to stock the pond, in particular, to try to get the nursing home residents down there at some point in time to fish. So credit where credit's due. That was your idea to revisit that and bring that back. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion? Hearing none of the roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted. Authorizing order for transferring the functions performed by the Records Inventory Supervisor to the Livingston County Records Management Department.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any questions or discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater. West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted. Amending the 2023 Livingston County Salary Schedule, Information and Technology Services.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Is there any discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted. Amending a portion of Resolution Number 2022-422, adopting the 2023 miscellaneous pay rates, Information and Technology Services.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Is there any discussion on this resolution? Hearing none, roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York. Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted. Authorizing professional services contracts for youth sports and education opportunity funding. Avon Braves Youth Football and Cheerleading, Calmum Youth Basketball Association, Glow YMCA, Inc., Livingston County Legends, and Live Well Community Wellness and Fitness Center, Inc.
Mr. Chairman, I move this resolution and ask for unanimous consent.
Thank you, Mr. Knapp. Are there any questions on any of these contracts? Hearing none, roll, please, Michelle.
Avon.
Aye.
Caledonia.
Aye.
Canisius.
Aye.
Geneseo.
Aye.
Groveland.
Aye.
Lester.
Aye.
Lima.
Aye.
Livonia. Mount Morris. North Dansville.
Aye.
Nunde.
Aye.
Ashen.
Aye.
Portage.
Aye.
Sparta.
Aye.
Springwater.
Aye.
West Sparta.
Aye.
York.
Aye.
Ayes 4069, absent 985, adopted.
I think we have one appointment this afternoon. Is that please, Michelle?
It's to the Agriculture and Farmland Protection Board, Dwight Knapp, representing Active Farmer, and the term ends June 1st, 2027.
Thank you. Ian, do you have any updates for the board this afternoon?
Yeah, Chairman, just a couple. The first is, unless there's any news this morning or this afternoon from what I've heard, the state budget's still not finalized as of 1:30 today. So we're still waiting on what that will look like. We're still concerned with the same things that we were concerned with before. One other element legislatively that's of concern is there's two different federal bills out there from Congress to tie to a different bill an amendment or an addition or an addendum that speaks to sweeping unspent ARPA money. So it's a little bit of a concern for us. We think we'll be okay based on our interpretation of what is unspent or unallocated. But as you know, we have many millions left in ARPA money, and if they start sweeping unallocated funds, we have until the end of 2024 to allocate them. So we're well within our timeframes, and we're honoring our obligations. We're putting the money out in various forms, so I think we're okay. A reminder: we've got teen recognition ceremony tonight. Seniorama is next week. And no word yet on Reconnect for our federal broadband, so we should hear at some point in time soon. And then finally, today is, in addition to being a board day and the Earth Day Award, it's also Administrative Professionals Day. So wanted to go on the record and thank all the administrative professionals that sort of make the county go, and thank them for all the work that they do each and every day in their capacities to assist, run, triage, schedule, coordinate, help, assist, manage, everything else in between. So thank you for all your efforts in those regards. So that's all I have.
Yeah, we had some discussion, the next Ways and Means meeting, we may start at 1 o'clock instead of 1:30 due to our, scheduling thing that might be coming along after Ways and Means. So it's kind of, if that's okay with everyone, Michelle will probably just have to do a notice that we'll be starting at 1 instead of 1:30. And if this other event materializes, we'll have ample time to our destination. Is there any other business to come before the board this afternoon?
Move to adjourn from Geneseo.
Second, Westford.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Meeting stands adjourned.
Super.